practice the challenge?
Hi everyone, it's Helen here from the Coffee Apple. So today I have got Kate here with me. Say hi, Kate.
Hello.
And she was just wondering whether or not she needs to practice level number 1 for grizzly bears. And I'm like, you know what? No, you'll be fine. Yeah, we're just going to throw you in. So this is a single player brain teaser. It is recommended for 7 through to adult. And it is actually really, really cute. Now, it's called Grizzly Gears. So not grizzly bears, but grizzly gears. Because I have been calling it grizzly bears a couple of times. So I am correcting myself. So like all of the smart games, it comes with one of these awesome little booklets that has all of the challenges in there. And if we have a look at number 1, this particular one is, I guess, sort of a tree-based tile game that is a rotating gear challenge, for want of a better word. Each time, if we're looking at number 1, down here there's a little bear, and that tells us that is the piece that's in play for this particular challenge. As we go further on in the book, sometimes there will be more than one, but each little character has to meet up when it's in play with its corresponding place on the game board. So this little bear is going to end up making its way over to the mummy one, and we've got a little deer that's going to make its way over to this deer. We've got a woodcutter that's going to make it to the wood pile over here. We've got a little beaver that's going to make it to the beaver. And we've got a little girl here who's going to make it to the tent. And there is, of course, the rabbit over here finally in the corner. So each of them, depending upon which particular challenge you're doing, needs to make it to its home base. All right, Kate, we have set up the very first one. Yes. And to give you a bit of an idea, these lift up. So each time you are doing a challenge, they're configured slightly differently, and you just need to run through and make sure that they're orientated the right way. And for example, if I'm looking at this one here, it shows that the point is heading in towards the center. And if I look up at the tree, yes, here is the same location and it's pointing towards the center. This one here, we've got one open end curve here and a curve there, which means this one here is open, and yet this curve is closed off and blocked by another tile. All right, so that gives you a bit of an idea as to how to set up the game board. And so all of the pieces are removable. And then, Kate, are you game enough to try level 1 for me?
So I'm going to get the little baby bear over to
Mummy bear.
Mummy bear.
All right.
Or Papa bear.
Yay! Number 1.
Number 1's done.
Are you game for the next one?
Yes.
Have you practiced the next one?
I did have a turn a while back.
Oh, you did? Okay.
So we've got to set it up so it does look the same.
So you need to make sure that all your gears are orientated in the same way as the challenge. And this time, Kate is going to be working with the little beaver. And the little beaver, this time, when we're looking at our game board, is actually going to be located up here in the top section. There it is.
So I'm going to get the beaver over to here.
Yes.
Let's see how I go. So that's not going to move as it is.
It's locked in place.
Yeah. So you want to free it up so it can move. And then this one's not going to move. So
now the interesting, while Kate's working this out, the interesting thing is that when you're doing this, you can only really turn these trees by using a pincer grip. So you do need to work your fine motor skills as well as needing a little bit of finger strength, because they do have some like little nodules. You can almost hear them clicking through like gears.
There we go.
And the beaver is now back to its home base. But that is level 2. So it's really enjoyable, and we had a couple of kids as we had it set up earlier, and the boys were absolutely fascinated by their description. And how old would they have been? They would have been, 6. Yeah, I reckon about 6, and the older one would have been around about 8 perhaps.
Yes. Yeah.
And they were just really fascinated with the concept of turning gears and wheels and trying to get all of the different characters back home to their little home base.
It is very satisfying. It's a learning tool.
It is a definitely one, because as I was reading in the instructions, sometimes, especially if you've got multiple of these characters in place at once, you can't necessarily get one straight to the home base because then it may lock out another player. So sometimes there's a sequence and an order of character positions. So yeah, definitely a lot challenging. Actually, a little bit and a lot all at once for ages 7 all the way through to adult. So I'm going to enjoy having a go at some of these older levels, but I'm not going to do it on camera. Nah, be egg on our face. All right, guys, have an awesome afternoon. We'll catch you all later. Bye.
Bye.